Welcome to lecture series on data structure. In this lecture, we will see about the implementation of stack using linked list. Previously, we have seen a stack as a data structure, and also we have seen the implementation of stack using arrays. Okay, so to implement the stack using linked list, we should consider the principal operation of both the stack as well as linked list. Okay, so what is the principal operation of stack? We know that the stack operates on LIFO principle. Okay, that is last in first out. Okay, so similarly we can also say that first out. Okay, so last in first out. So we can also say that first in last out. So this is the basic principle of stack operation, so which we need to consider while implementing the stack using linked list. Okay, and also we have seen in the previous unit about the linked list. Okay, so here for implementation of stack using linked list, I am considering the singly linked list. Okay, singly linked list. So we have seen the singly linked list, something like this, which we have seen many times. So here there is a head pointer. The pointer points to the first node of the linked list, and in this example I have considered 3 nodes. Okay, so each node in the linked list is having 2 parts. The first one is data part, the other one is address field or the pointer to the next node. Okay, so this is an address field which stores the address of the next node. Okay, so all these basic information related to the linked list we have seen in the previous unit. Okay, so we have to file for implementation of the stack, we need to consider both the mechanism. Okay, so like we need to create the nodes which has these 2 parts, and the pointer which is used here in the linked list is head. Okay, but related to the stack operation which we saw in the previous lecture, that there will be a pointer called top. Okay, so that top pointer which we have to use. Okay, so we will see the basic implementation, and then we will understand what exactly the way we have to implement the stack using linked list. Okay, so here the pointer which we use is top instead of head pointer, which is pointing to the nodes, first node of the linked list. Now the stack pointer, stack is having the top pointer that will be used for the implementation of the stack using linked list. Okay, so that I will call it as stack linked list. Okay, so before going for stack linked list, we will just revise the stack array and then we will come back to the stack linked list. Okay, so consider the scenario, I have these 3 data to be pushed onto the stack. Okay, so push 10, push 20 and push 30. These are the 3 data elements that I want to push to the stack. So before this, okay, before this, the value of the top is -1. Okay, so initially you can consider the top value is -1. So if the top pointer here in the array implementation, I will call it as stack array. So top is having value -1. So top is the index used for stack array. Okay, so before the push of operation, the complete whatever the stack it is been framed will be looking like this. Okay, so it is completely an empty stack with a size varied from 0 to max -1. So max is the variable which we use to implement the size of the stack. Okay, so since it's an array implementation of stack, obviously a fixed slot of memory is been used before the implementation of the stack. Okay, so that's the reason the size of the array is fixed here. Okay, then as soon as we receive the first instruction, that is push 10, what will happen? So we have know that the top has to be incremented first, that is from -1 it will be coming to 0, and whatever the data that I want to push, that will be stored into that particular location. So here it will be 10. So according to this, if stack array with the variable is stack that I am using, okay, then so this will be of max -1, the stack array size -1. So this location will be stack of 0. Okay, stack of 0 location, I will be pushing the first data, so that is 10. Similarly, next if I want to push once again, so there is one more instruction of push operation with 20. So what is the set of instruction it will be executed? The top will be incremented first, so this will be pointing next to here, and then whatever the data that is there will be pushed onto the stack. So here it will be 20, and this is stack location of 1. Okay, this is stack location 1, and here it is stack location 2, and so on. This is stack of max minus 1th location. Okay, so this is how the array is built. Next, again I am pushing one more data, that is push 30. So again the top is incremented, and then the data is been pushed onto the stack. So with this we have a basic understanding of the stack is last in first out. It is something like whatever the data that I want to push, that time the top indexing whatever it is used will be pointing to that particular location wherein the last data is been inserted onto the stack. Okay, now if I perform the push, after performing the push operation, if I perform pop operation, okay, so if I perform pop, I don't have to mention the data here, because whatever the data that is been pointed by the top, so here it is top value is 2 now, so this data will be popped out. Okay, so the data which is there in S of 2 will be popped out, and the new data entries of the stack will be only 20 and 10. Okay, so that's what the understanding of the stack is there using array implementation. Okay, now in this lecture, as I was discussing that implementation of the stack using linked list, so we should follow the principle of linked list as well as stack. Okay, so the basic diagram, okay, which you will use it here is something like this. Okay, so here in the case I will call it as stack linked list, that is stack is implemented using linked list. Okay, so I have taken the same constraint saying the 3 push operation and then 1 pop operation, whatever we have considered here. Now it is with respect to the nodes. Okay, then again I have to look for the pointer. Here I used to say it as top indexing because it's an array. Now it is the linked list, I should be saying it as top pointer. Okay, so this top pointer is initially null, like here it is -1, here it will be null for the implementation in linked list. Okay, next, if the first data is to be pushed, so obviously I have to declare the memory. Okay, so we have seen we have used malloc function to allocate the block of memory, okay, which is looks like a struct node. Okay, so the struct node declaration we need to do, which we have seen in the linked list implementation, and correspondingly this block of memory has been allocated, and there will be a 1 pointer which will be pointing to the new node that has been created using the malloc function. That pointer we used to call it as new node pointer. Okay, so this discussion we have carried already in the implementation of linked list. Okay, so consider this address, whatever it is there, that will be taken and it will be stored here in the new node. Okay, so these informations are carried and it will be taken here in the implementation of the stack. Okay, so like to perform push operation, push 10, what we will be doing, a block of memory required to implement the node will be taken, something like this, and then consider its address is 100 here. Okay, so same thing we will be doing here, and then I need to push the data, so that will be 10. Okay, so since this will be the first data that I am pushing onto the stack, so address here whatever it is there, this will be holding the address of the next node, correct? So here in the stack operation it should be holding the address of the previous node. Okay, so that's the only modification related to the singly linked list and the stack implementation using linked list. Okay, so here in the previous example all the time we have considered that in the singly linked list a node is holding the data as well as the address of the next node, correct? But for the implementation of the stack here, the data and the address of the previous node. So here the previous node is nothing, that's why it will be null. Okay, so that's a indication. Okay, then the first data is been pushed onto the stack. Now this is stack linked list. So first data is 10 and the address is 100. Okay, so initially top will be null and that will be taken here. Okay, so after that the top has to be incremented. So obviously I have two pointers. One pointer is new node pointer, which will be pointing to the whatever the node that is been created, and the top pointer will be pointing to the top of the stack. Okay, so the data has been inserted. Now the top has to be pointing to this. Okay, so who is holding the address of the new node that is been added here? That is new node, right? So I should be using these two lines of instruction. The first line of instruction is new node. This is new node. New node next should be what? Address of the previous node. Address of the previous node is holded by the top pointer. Okay, so new node is equal to top, and then top equal to new node next. Okay, new node next equal to top. So new node pointer next field is this one. It should point to the top. Okay, so that is null here initially, and then top should be equal to new node. Once the new node is taken into the stack, the top should be pointed by that. Okay, so the new value of the top will be this one, that is 100. Okay, next consider again I am pushing here, so that is push 20. So according to this, what will happen? Again a new block of memory has been created like this. Consider this is that, and the address is 200. Now the new node is pointing to this, correct? So it will be holding the address as 200. Okay, then still it is no way connected to the stack linked list, correct? So because this is initially null, so उसको यहाँ पे address कौन सा, who is, what should be the address of the new node? New node next field, this is 100. Okay, who is holding the value 100? That is top. So that's the line, new node next should be equal to top. So here the value 100 comes. So the link is created like this. Once the top value comes here, the new node is created, and after that top will be new node. So new node value will be, again top is changing. Okay, so new node is 200, so it will become 200. Again push operation if I do, so the new node will be considered, the new node block of is this pointing this one, so that time it will be 300, correct? New node will be pointing 300, and correspondingly new node next will be top, that is top is 200, so 200 will be coming here, and then top will become new node, that will be like this. Okay, so ultimately the top pointer will be pointing to the last node data that is been inserted onto the stack, and this is the way the links are created. That's why it is implementation of stack using linked list. Okay, so why it has to be in the reverse manner? Because all the time you can consider the top has to be pointing to the last node that is been inserted, and after that if I pop, okay, if I pop, what will happen? The 30 data has to be taken out. Okay, so it has to be removed from the stack. So that time the top has to be decremented. So how it will be decremented? So top will be top next. If I do that, so top will become, top is here in this condition. If I perform after 3 push operation, so I will be having the linked list created like this, that is 10, 20, 30 with address null 100 and 200. The linked list is created, stack linked list is created. Now if I perform one pop operation after this, what will happen? The node with the 30 is been deleted. Okay, so what are the lines of code will be executed? This top has to be decremented, right, and this has to be taken out. So one more pointer has to be there to this node, that is temp pointer, and which can be freed later on. Okay, and then the top will be decremented. So how it can be decremented? I can see that there is a 200 address of the previous node, so I can mark the top here. So if I decrement it, something like top equal to top next, then this will become 200 and this can be freed using temp pointer. Okay, so this is the way we will be writing a program of stack implementation using linked list. Okay, so one of the easiest way to understand the stack implementation using linked list would be, here I have written it in the note file. Okay, that the stack implementation using linked list will be like adding or the inserting operation at the beginning of the linked list. Okay, so singly linked list concept we have seen already in the previous unit. In that, for insertion operation, whatever we have seen, three cases we have seen, right? So in the first case we have seen that insertion of the new node into the linked list at the beginning. Okay, so that program is exact replica of the stack operation. Okay, so all the time a new node that is taken and it will be inserted into the beginning. That's how the stack is implemented using linked list. Okay, later we will see the program of stack implementation using linked list. Here we will see the program of stack implementation using linked list. Okay, so we have seen the diagrammatic representation how the stack is developed or implemented using linked list with following both the principle of stack as well as linked list. Okay, now here the program starts with the declaration of struct node. The node is been declared. So as I said, I will be using the singly linked list. So here it is int data and struct node, that declaration is there. So here it is next pointer. Okay, so you can change it to preview pointer also, there is no problem. And also I have declared the top as a pointer, struct node pointer top globally here, because multiple times in many of the programs I will be using it. That's the reason I have taken it globally. Okay, so top initial value will be null. Obviously it should be null because the stack is empty stack, and then we will start pushing the data and popping the data and peak operation, whatever it is there, we will do it. Okay, so this is what the struct node declaration and the top pointer. Okay, basic requirement. And then the main function, here are some of the variables which we need, we will be declared here. So int s, the s variable I have taken for the switch operation. Okay, so I am following the same process wherein we will see the different cases of push operation, pop operation, peak operation, and the one constraint that will not come into the picture, that is full function. That is, while implementation of stack using linked list, the full function will never come into picture because dynamic memory allocation will be used in the linked list. So there will not be a case of stack will getting full, because then data part is something like I will be using it for this variable is used variable for taking the data input. Okay, and then struct node, a new node pointer, which we know that always whenever there is a use of malloc function, a new block of memory has been allocated, and the pointer used for pointing that block of memory is new node. Initial value for that is also taken as null, and the temp pointer for traversing. Okay, so all these declarations are done. Then I am using the while one. This is unconditional loop statement, so it will be continuously in running mode. Okay, so these are the things. And then initially we will start with a choice of operation. All the operations of stack is been considered here. Okay, so you can see here the cases will be first case will be for push operation, second case will be for pop operation, third case will be for peak operation, and fourth is checking for whether it is empty, and fifth it is to display the complete stack data. Okay, and then sixth one is to exit the program. Okay, so as you can see, there is no function operation of is full. Next, the switch case, the first case I am taking here, the push operation. And then so push operation is something like, here you can see we can consider that there will be what do you say, the new node creation will be there. So these lines of code which you have seen already in the previous unit many times, the struct node, new node is be struct node asterisk malloc size of struct node. This block of line will, this line of execution will create the block of memory of size struct node. Okay, and then that block of memory is being pointed by the new node pointer. Then I will be taking the data element which I want to push into the stack, that with the printf statement here, and scanf new node data, and then new node. I hope these lines are clear to you. After that, these are the two important lines you have to understand, line of instructions that you have to understand, because these will make us the program to push onto the stack. Okay, the first one is new node next will be top. Okay, so what it is doing, whatever the new node that is been created, उसका address field पे हम कौन सा value डाल रहे हैं, whatever it is been pointed by the top. Okay, so initially top is null, so initial first node if we are going to push onto the stack, so new node का next part will be null. Okay, after that consider I am pushing it the second time, that time the top is already pointing to the first node. Okay, so that time it will hold the address of the previous node. Okay, so here in this stack operation, stack linked list, the address field will hold the address of the previous node. Okay, and then the top equal to new node. So these are the two lines of code used for the push operation in the stack. Okay, so that break. Okay, the second case is about the pop operation. So what is this pop operation? Whatever the element that is being pointed by the top pointer has to be removed from the stack. Okay, so to do that, here we have used the dynamic memory allocation, that is linked list implementation of stack. So obviously whatever the block of memory it is been allocated has to be freed. Okay, so for that reason I am taking one more pointer, that is temp pointer. Okay, so now both the pointer, top pointer as well as temp pointer, will be pointing to the last node that is been inserted onto the stack. Okay, now it will check this condition whether the top is null or not. If it is null, the stack is empty, you cannot pop anything. Okay, this is very important type of condition that you have to check for the pop operation. Okay, so you cannot perform the pop operation on the empty stack. Okay, next it is else case, wherein you can consider the top is pointing to the one of the node which is already the last node, and it is not an empty stack, empty stack linked list. Okay, so that time what it will be doing, that data has to be popped. Okay, so उसके सबसे पहले उस डेटा को प्रिंट कर रहे हैं हम यहाँ पे. The pop data element is %d top data, and then top has to be decremented. Okay, so each and every node we consider that the address field is holding the address of the previous node. So that's the reason I can perform this operation, that is top equal to top next. Okay, so if you could remember the diagram wherein the top was initially, lastly after performing 3 push operation, the top was pointing to the 30th node. Okay, 300, holding the address as 300, and then top equal to top next, it will become 200, holding to the second node. Okay, and now I can free the temp. That's the reason the temp pointer is taken here, because we need to free the allocated memory also. Okay, so 2 pointers at the same node. Then the third operation is peek operation, the very much similar operation which we have seen already while implementation of stack using array. That peek operation will only print the data which is pointed by the top pointer. Okay, so it will not remove it from the stack. So you can consider again the same line of code will be there. It will check for the stack is empty or not. So top equal to null, stack is empty, so you cannot pick anything yet here. Else the pop data element, or you can say a peek data, or the data element that is pointed by the top is top data. There is no popping here. Okay, so I have to remove this statement here. Okay, that's it. Okay, this is the peek operation. Then comes to the fourth operation, that is whether to verify the stack is empty or not. So these lines of codes are very much similar. Okay, I have to check whether the top is pointing to null or not. Okay, so what I am doing in the case 4, I am checking whether the stack is empty or not. So how do I identify whether the stack is empty or not? I have to look for the pointer top. Okay, if top pointer is pointing to null, that means the stack is empty. Otherwise the stack is not empty. That's a condition. Okay, then fifth is to display the data element. Now this is an added function which I have done here. So there is no such operation that we can do in the stack, but relatively this is the implementation of stack using linked list. That's the reason I have considered this. Okay, so what this function will be doing here, it will display all the stack data. Okay, that is stack linked list from the top. Okay, so it will take for the reason I have taken the temp pointer to traverse from the top to the bottom. Okay, so top is the pointer pointing to the last inserted data, and from that we will start and we will print the data in the reverse order. Okay, so if top is equal to null, it will print the stack is empty, else the stack elements are something like while temp is not equal to null. Okay, so you can consider the very first data that is pushed onto the stack is having the address field as null. Okay, so till that point the temp pointer is traversing from the top to the last the null. Okay, so and it is printing. These line of codes are very much similar which you have seen in the implementation of linked list. Okay, and then sixth operation, that is exit function, so which I have used here. Okay, so this is the program of stack using implementation of stack using linked list. Okay, so now I will run this code. Okay, so here you can see, so it is asking me to choose the choice here. So initially you can consider the complete stack is empty because the top is pointing to the null. So you can verify that using the fourth case, but unless if you want, you can try with the something like first push operation. So I will do the push operation. So it's a push operation, it is asking me to enter the data, so I will enter the data 10. Okay, since I am not printing the data, you can consider internally the memory stack is been built and the first data is been pushed onto the stack. Okay, then again I am pushing, that's the reason I have taken first case, and I am 20, again it has taken, and again third push operation. Okay, so this will be something like 30. Now I will perform the pop operation, that is second case. So you can see the data here, the popped data element is 30. Okay, so last inserted data was 30 and that is been taken out, okay, from the linked list. And if you want to perform the third operation, that is peek operation, you can check. Now the top will be pointing to 20 because after popping of 30, the top will be decremented and it will point it to the second node now, that is 20. Okay, now I will check for whether it is empty or not, fourth case. So obviously my top is not null, so it is saying stack is not empty. Okay, now we will verify the display operation because you cannot check for the is full operation. Again I am telling this one. Okay, so I will just go and display the operation. So here you can see it's a display element, all the stack elements are being displayed, so 20 and 10, but it is not removing, only it is displaying. Okay, still you can speak it again once again and you can verify the top is again still pointing to 20 only. Okay, so now I will do the exit. This is what the stack implementation using linked list. Okay, thank you.